What's going on, everybody? So today's video, we're going to be going over the best properties you can buy for under $1 million in Northern Virginia. Let's jump into it. A lot of people think you can't really get anything in Northern Virginia. In reality, there's actually some good options. It's not Texas mansions that are 10,000 square feet, but depending on where you go, you definitely have some options here. All right, so first up, we have this cute cottage in North Arlington. Good North Arlington school districts. You're right next to Bluemont Park or pretty close to that. And then Ballston Mall is right there. So you're very close by. Let's take a look at some of these photos. This house definitely has some curb appeal. You know, it's not a massive house, but I mean, come on, look at that. It's a charming cottage right there. And it even has parking. This property is about 1 mile from Ballston Mall. And you got a little bit of a front yard there. Look, it's got some character. You got the wood-burning fireplace. It's also just minutes to Westover Village, Custis Trail, Ballston Quarter, which is the Ballston Mall, all the restaurants, shops, metro, everything like that. Get these hardwood floors, and oh, they even got a porch or a bright sunroom as they listed. The windows look a little bit older, but that's, you know, update the windows. Not a big deal. And it overlooks the backyard. Got the big bay window, the dining room. Yeah, look at that dining room. Perfectly fine. Kitchen's not a bad size. Yeah, some of these Arlington houses, you're going to have like really small kitchens, but this is actually seems pretty big. Looks like it might be a Viking range there. I don't cook too much, but I should know that. And this would be the primary bedroom here. So decent size for Arlington. You got a lot of windows. Looks like 3 closets. Some of these older Arlington houses are not going to have like huge closets, obviously. Let's check out some more. This would be bedroom number 2. So you got the 2 smaller closets, little section right there. And this is bedroom number 3. So it's kind of like a step down to the bedroom. Interesting. We got the full bathroom here. And we even have a fully finished lower level. A lot of these Arlington houses don't have that. I mean, when you get to the $1 million price range, you know, you'll have some more of that. And we got backyard. Looks like it slopes down a bit. But not bad at all. You even have like a garage. Maybe that's like a converted garage space. And let me just go over the updates real quick. So HVAC was 2019, water heater 2021, kitchen appliances 2022, and you have a private fenced-in yard, 2-car driveway, no HOA, and you're zoned for Washington Liberty High School. And Ballston Metro is a mile away. Amazon HQ2 is 5 miles away. Tyson's Corner, 7 miles away. Downtown DC, 6 miles away. And the overall above grade square footage is 1,600. So it is only 3 beds and 2 baths. You know, some people might want the 4-bed, 2.5 baths. So it's a little bit on the smaller side, but if you want a great, convenient location, looks like a pretty nicely updated house, and you don't need a ton of space, this could be a good option. All right, heading on to Falls Church. And before we start with this house, let me know what you think of this style of videos. And of course, anytime in this video, feel free to reach out to my team and I below. You can call, text, email if you have any questions or if you want to see any houses in Northern Virginia. And also sign up for my weekly email newsletter. Even if you're not buying for like a year, we keep you up to date on market updates, different houses, things like that. So I've actually been in this house. I had some clients looking actually this past weekend. This property, it's in a great location. You're like right outside of Seven Corners, but it's like a huge lot and it's flat and scenic. Let's see, look at this. But the house does need some updating. And there's actually like a really big step. You see right here, it's like an unusually large step. So a home inspector would probably say to build another step there. Look at all this parking you have. And this one's only $950,000. So going down in price. I like that they have these huge windows. The one problem is there's this like kind of ugly house in the background. So you'd have to put up some evergreen trees because otherwise this huge window, you're just going to be like looking at this unkept house. But you got nice hardwood floors here. Wood burning fireplace. See, that's the house I was mentioning, because you got these massive windows and it is a good amount of space. I got the sense maybe it was like a rental property before. You get this like industrial stove here. I'm sure this was pretty expensive. Kitchen. That's another view. Like you got huge windows in this house. Pretty nice kitchen, not brand new, but not bad at all. You have a master bedroom on the first level. It's kind of just a 2-level house, which I like these 2-level houses, or even a 1-level house. So we have the bathtub, again, not updated, but not like original. This house has 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms. And I remember the basement was like pretty spacious as well, but also kind of seemed like it needed like a little bit of a refresh. So this is the basement. We got another fireplace down here. Kind of a bedroom, but not really. The window would need to be a little bit smaller or bigger, that is. And then you have a huge like flat lot. So, and you also have a deck. The deck also looked a little bit worn. There's this big house, but like you put up some trees right there, massive yard, tons of parking, great location. This property, and then you have like a little kitchenette down in the basement. So and it has great curb appeal too. So I think this property, someone puts 50, 100K into it, it could be really nice. And before we get to the next house, let me just show you the location. So 7 Corners is right there, downtown Falls Church, like Barcroft. So you're like just off the commercial area, but it starts to get like residential here, and you have almost a half acre with this one. So you put in a little money to this property, I think it could have some pretty good resale value. All right, so we are moving on to Alexandria over in the Belhaven area. Very nice location just south of Old Town Alexandria. There's a Belhaven Country Club, and we got a gorgeous house here. Again, great curb appeal. This one is a little bit over $1 million, $1,025,000, but close enough. Any property in this market that's been on the market more than a few weeks, we always say there could be some room for negotiation. Look at this great landscaping here in the front. They even have this, I like this porch out front, tons of parking. I got to zoom out a little bit and see how that looks. This front porch area though just looks really nice. The fountains, gardens, they definitely spent some money doing this, some time and money and thoughtfulness. Yeah, it looks so pleasant. So inside, as soon as you walk in, looks great. The stairway, the hardwood floors, they probably added the recessed lights. Oh, and it actually mentions that this house has views of the country club. So you're overlooking a country club. And we got the wood burning fireplace. We'd always want to get that, make sure that's in working condition. I feel like if you're in Alexandria, you got to have a nice working fireplace. They got the staging. So there's a sunroom off of the dining room, and mentions the garden views, good natural light. You can see it's a very light, the paint color is very light and neutral, and they have trees and green all around. Custom molding as well. I like this table. I like this setup. And this house was built in 1933, so you can see there's still some of that historic charm. This built-in, that might be the refrigerator right there, and custom cabinetry. Gorgeous kitchen here. The range hood, the gas stove. Kind of like a galley setup, but it seems like it's still a very spacious kitchen. Yeah, I'm sure they spent a lot of money on this. It looks definitely has like a high-end look to it. And then we got this table here, or breakfast area, as they call it. Main level powder room. And this is the primary suite here. It even has its own private balcony. So that's pretty nice. High-end finishes. Yeah, so they spent some money on this bathroom. Look at this. I mean, there's houses behind you, but you do have some trees here, and a nice, pretty good-sized balcony. Got a walk-in closet. Looks like a pretty nicely updated bathroom. This might be a different bedroom here. And this house, you do have 3 beds and then 2 full baths, 2 half baths, amazing storage or option to expand. So maybe you could pop the top and make it like another full level suite. I've seen people do that. Just don't do it like the one person in Fairfax County where all the neighbors are mad at them for that crazy addition. If you look it up, I actually did a YouTube video on it. All right, heading down to the basement. It looks like it's semi-finished or maybe unfinished. They have a few rooms down here, and then we're back out front to this professional landscaping and hardscape. And I really do like this garden area. I mean, this is super cool. This is really scenic. You got their little grill hanging out in the back here, and like look at the stonework. Oh, come on. Yeah, this is a really nice looking house here. And then we got some floor plans and whatnot. So $1,025,000. Here's the location again. So you're just south of Old Town. They do have a full house generator, irrigation system, and obviously it looks like they spent a lot of money, put a lot of money into this property. Next up, we have Fairfax County, and Fairfax County is massive. So I just tried to find a nice big house to show you what you can get. So check this one out in Herndon. It was at $1,025,000. It's been dropped a little bit. This is more what people think of when they think of $1 million houses. Got a 2-car garage. I like the twilight photos. Good neighborhood. And look, you got the vaulted ceilings, big windows, wood-burning fireplace. And this one's on a 0.31 acre lot. You're in the Shaker Woods neighborhood, and you have over 4,000 square feet. So you have this area up there as well. Let's check out this kitchen. So yeah, not a brand new kitchen, but not bad. You could eventually update it, put in some stainless steel, maybe some quartz. Pretty good size. It does look like it's electric, so I know that's a deal breaker for some people. For me, it doesn't really matter. I don't really cook at all, but I got like a little breakfast nook overlooking your backyard and deck. And this one is 4 beds, 3.5 bathrooms. So we even have a pool area. Maybe this was a bedroom that they're setting up as a, they have like the French doors. So it could be kind of like an office type of space. Half bath, laundry, it looks like on the main level. And then upstairs, pretty tall ceilings, spacious primary suite here. Like you have the 2 areas, which I always like with these primary suites. Look at that. You got your own living room in your primary suite. We got an updated bathroom with the 2 sinks. I know that's a deal breaker for a lot of people, just having the 1 sink, but nicely updated bathroom. They do have carpet, throughout at least the upper level. This is another bedroom here. Kids' bedroom. Another nice bathroom. So they spent some money in the bathrooms here. You got 2 sinks. Looks like it's been nicely updated. And then this is probably the basement. Yeah, you got the Godfather poster. It's definitely in the sports going on. That's some nice furniture right there. We could make an offer, say, hey, include this. Sometimes I've seen sellers spend, $15,000 on a couch, which is kind of crazy. We got some looks like awards and beverage cooler. Definitely some sports. That Miami Dolphins, looks like they might be Miami Dolphins fans. Definitely Miami Dolphins fans, but we'll go easy on them. I know they're having a tough year this year. Looks like they have another bedroom in the basement, not quite, a legal bedroom because the window's a little too small, but I'm sure most people would use it as a bedroom. And the backyard looks like it does slope down a bit. So if you're looking for a huge backyard, might not be the house for you, but it also looks like it provides some privacy. So you get a little peace and quiet back here. Yeah, that's actually pretty scenic. Got the playground set. Oh, we got basketball. Wow, you got your own basketball court. Could put like a hot tub right there. The roof might be a little older. Got somebody walking a dog, looks like. But yeah, this is much more, you go further out. I'll show you where we are. So Dulles Airport is over here. You see Herndon, Reston, Great Falls is over here. And then Arlington is all the way over there. Tyson's Corner in this area. So you're a little further out, but you get that $1 million house look. All right, next up, we are in Warrenton, Virginia, Fauquier County. So that's really far out. I mean, if you need to commute every day, it's probably going to be pretty tough, but you can get a brand new house for under $1 million over here. So check this out. Yeah, this is really, does not look like a cookie cutter house. You got the scenic views here, plenty of parking. Look at this. We even got a creek on the property, so you can do some nature excursions if you want. I mean, look at the interior here. Looks like really tall ceilings. That's actually virtually staged, but it looks, man, this AI stuff is getting pretty good. Got the coffered ceilings in the primary suite. Looks like wood floors or like wide panel oak. And then like, look at the trees all around. Hopefully that's not virtually AI. This is the entrance right here. It looks like it's probably the dining room off to the side. So it's kind of separate a little bit. We got the living room with the fireplace, coffered ceilings. And here's a view of the kitchen. Main level, secondary bedroom. So we might have a couple bedrooms on this first level. Another view of the kitchen there. Modern bathroom with elegant finishes, but they need a mirror. I like the backdrop. I like that it's open. Plenty of countertop space here. Yeah, you got a gorgeous kitchen. You got the beverage cooler. Looks like it is electric. And we got our breakfast area. All right, they got a lot of photos of the kitchen, which is good. Okay, here's the pantry. Not massive, but not, not small. The laundry area. And then this is the upper level. Looks like the tall ceilings again. This is the entranceway from the garage. Upper level bonus room. And then this would be the primary suite. Looks like a pretty good sized bathroom there. And you have a patio entrance. Interesting. So you have the first level patio entrance as well for your primary suite. Tray ceiling, not coffered ceiling. Got the two sinks here. Nature views in the bathroom. And let's check out the closet. And here is the closet. Plenty of cabinets. So scenic brand new property under $1 million in Warrenton. Let me just show you where that is on a map. Okay, so downtown Warrenton is right there. You take 66 all the way in. So I think you're like maybe like 40 miles outside of the DC area, but if you don't need to commute every day, it could be an option. All right, so we are headed to Ashburn, Virginia, very popular area. And before we check out this house, if you guys have any questions or want to set up a showing for any of these homes or any other homes, reach out to my team and I below, and we would love to assist you. And also sign up for my weekly email newsletter in the link below. We go over Northern Virginia market updates, different houses, helpful info, things like that if you're looking to buy or sell in the Northern Virginia area. All right, Ashburn. So you get a lot of these nicer, bigger houses in Ashburn. You know, it's definitely more like suburban. You're further away from Arlington, DC. If you need a commute to DC, might not be the best place, but if you only have to go in the office a couple days a week, could be a good option. So we got the hardwood floors, the tall ceilings. It's painted like pink. So if you're into pink houses, maybe that's not pink. I think that one room might have been pink. All right, so kitchen, we got the stainless steel appliances. Got the gas range. We got the island. Laundry room right off the kitchen. Powder room. Heading upstairs. So this would be the primary bath. It looks like you got the 2 sinks. Cabinets look like they're probably original. Bathroom's not completely updated, but it's not bad either. Good sized closet. This is one of the 4 bedrooms here. Probably take down those drapes if I was selling it myself. Looks like a hallway bathroom. You got the 2 sinks. It looks like it's been well maintained, not like fully renovated, obviously, but this is the basement. They got their, wonder how many, if the people actually use this machine or if they just bought it on a whim, like most people. Yeah, so plenty of space in the basement here. You have like a movie room. Looks like there's a basement bathroom. You got storage down here, plenty of storage, lots of storage. And you even have a deck outside, fenced in yard if you had a dog. I don't know what this is. It's some type of slide. So you are kind of close to your neighbor's house, but Ashburn is really nice. So overall, this one had 4 beds, 3.5 baths, asking $1 million, built in 1990, right there in Ashburn Village. And Ashburn Village is known for its incredible amenities, including 4 rec centers, 5 swimming pools, tennis, basketball, pickleball courts, playgrounds, sports fields, 17 miles of walking trails, serene ponds, lakes, green open spaces. Ashburn Village Sports Pavilion features 32,000 square feet of fitness facilities, an indoor pool, gymnasium, and more. So this is like that really nice suburban house. You get the 4 beds, 3.5 baths. Not bad. So I saved the best house for last. You're in Manassas, Virginia, $1 million, and you get a 6,400 square foot house, 2-car garage, 3 acres. So yeah, this one, I'll show you on a map where Manassas is if you're not familiar with it. You're a little bit further out, but in terms of what you're going to get, for your money, Manassas, you'll probably get the most. So inside, it looks like it's been updated at some point. Not brand new, but not bad at all. Huge kitchen here. Looks like hardwood floors, entertaining area. They got the tall ceilings. They got this room. They got a separate kitchen over here. This one also has a 950 square foot in-law suite with a private entrance. Good also for a home office. So yeah, this house keeps on going and going. 6,500 square feet, that's a lot of space. 5 bedrooms, 4.5 bathrooms. This is like a ballroom here. We got the checkered pattern going on. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but this is the primary bathroom. So they did update the primary bath, the soaking tub. You got the 2 sinks. Is it the same type of flooring? I can't tell. No, I think it's different. And this is the in-law suite with the private entrance. So that's probably above the garage. It's got like a little apartment up here. If you need that flexibility. Remodeled bathrooms. Finished basement. Oh yeah, this is a sweet house. And another room that could potentially be set up as a bedroom. And RV and boat parking. So got 3 acres of wooded terrain around you. And look at how big this deck is. Oh my gosh. That might be the biggest deck I've ever seen. And there's a pier with a boat launch and kayak storage. We'd have to see exactly how close that is to the house. So tell me which house was your favorite, and also reach out to my team and I below if you guys have any questions, want to set up a showing, look at comps, whatever it might be. All right, see you on the next one.